Alright, so, you may notice I have 85 bone darts. As I promised, I grinded my ass off between last night and this morning. Other things you may notice. We have 9 elixirs, 9 tonics, 9 herbs. We still only have 2 panaceas. I did also grab 2 Lorian nuts in case I absolutely have to have elemental energy. Our newt ring has been upgraded so that it can summon its elemental lord. That also appears to have made the ring do more damage straight up. Speaking of doing more damage, you'll notice over in our pocket we have this elf ring. I purchased this from the gambling den for 2,000 of their coins. It seems to have given me a couple more points of damage per hit. It's not a ton more damage like I was hoping it would be. I was kind of hoping for more than like a 10% increase, but it seems to be just a 10% increase. Now, since this is guaranteed to be the final session, there's no way in hell I'm not finishing the game today, and I have the 85 darts, we're gonna go ahead and do some darts before we go fight the final fights and finish the final dungeon. Because if I play a darts even halfway reasonably, we will get some more panaceas. Because with 85 darts, unless I hit the wall every time, we're probably going to come out of it with at least one.
Play darts!
And one more full heal will make a pretty significant difference going forward, I would figure. And it gives me a chance to, you know, get people in and get the stream on the roll. So, works out. And, you know, fulfilling tradition as well, since I'm 90% sure we had a dart game every session of this game. And for those who watch the YouTube uploads, the upload for yesterday's session is not up yet. That will be going up probably as soon as this session ends. And then today's session will go up tomorrow. Fuck. I got in my own head on that one. I tried to manipulate it and I fucked up.
Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad.
I am trying to throw reasonably quickly, though, just so we get through these 80 darts before the heat death of the universe.
Times 3.
It also gave me a chance to finish my cookie while still getting this up and running on time-ish.
Times 4.
I could go for it. I think I got it. I think we're getting 400.
Nice. Wow. 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 Times 5.
Now, if I can just keep that ×5 for a while, I'll be happy. Am I unmuted and everything? Yeah. Okay. Just double checking since I kind of rushed the boot of the stream today. Since I was pushing my luck, grinding literally up till the moment I started today. Because I wanted to be damn sure, no matter how badly this goes, we're prepared. And I have a little bit of extra money in case I need to use a healing item before the Mephisto fight. So that we can then replace said healing item.
Wow! 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 Wow!
And if we keep up throwing like this, we might actually get either the double shot or just enough panaceas that I never need to think about it. Oh, that was almost a 50. We haven't seen a 50 in like 2 sessions, I think. Fuck. Oh, there went that ×5.
Too bad. 0. Too bad. 0. Too bad.
Oof. I'm still not sure what gets us the slow-mo chances either, because I never looked it up. I should have. Because if I knew how to game the system here, we probably could have everything I could ever desire. But this was mostly tried to be played legit, otherwise I'd be save stating whenever things are pissing me off. But as you can see, I have mostly gotten the timing down for getting the middle with the slow mode, which it's not hard. Just, I kept fucking it up before, so I sat down and thought about it. You have to be ever so slightly ahead of where you think you need to be for that to work, is basically how that goes. The same theory applies with the faster one, just it's harder to time the faster one.
Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad.
Excuse me. There's a part of me that wants to see what would happen if I just sat here mashing the button.
Double.
But I also think that'll just end up like that. Where I just throw it at the wall and do nothing.
0. Too bad.
Imagine if they were nice enough to actually have the whole board count for something. You know, I'm not asking for it to be more than 10 in this inner ring, but I feel like that would have been generous. But that's also the problem, is it would be too generous, probably.
×3.
Ah, right on the edge of the 50 again.
×4.
And we're off the board. God damn it.
Too bad.
Good to know I'm consistent at least.
0.
Not often we have 2 go off the board back to back, though. That's a new one. Come on, brain. You know the timing. You've done this so many times. That would make up for it if it wasn't a ×1. But at least we hit a 50 today, I guess. How is everyone out there in TV land?
×3.
I actually feel better than I have in a little bit. So, personally, things are good. At the minute, anyway. We'll see how long that lasts. Especially when I throw away a slow-mo chance like that. On such an easy lineup. It was right there, and I just tapped a second too early. Oh well. Now the cookie crumbles. And continues to crumble as I hit the same spot twice. Can't say I'm surprised by that one.
Too bad.
Dart and dart and dart and dart and dart and dart and dart.
Double.
The bright side is we've gained like 2,000 points and we're not even halfway through the darts I collected. So, we should manage to get 2 panaceas at the very least out of this.
Times 3.
I fucked it up on the other side this time. God damn it, hand.
0. 0. Too bad. Double.
There we go. It's only gonna be a ×2, but better than nothing.
Nice. Wow. Wow. Times 3.
I may or may not have gotten greedy and tried to angrily throw at the middle. Because it worked when I did a partial dart session before, during the grinding. Which is how I got the newt ring upgrade. Because all told, I think we got like 120 darts or so when I was doing the grinding. Because I kept rerunning that room that I was showing you guys last time. That I said was probably going to be very good for money grinding. With the multiple rounds of fighting all of those exploding squirrels and bees.
0.
Because each trip through you get 800 gold and 5 darts. Plus or minus whatever you pick up from the enemy drops. So the fact that I have 80-something darts should tell you
Too bad.
vaguely how many times I ran that. But to put it in a finer point, I think I made something on the order of 20,000 or so gold between the multiple sessions I did of the grinding there. A lot of the money got spent at the gambling hall because it's
Double.
2,000 for 400 of their coins, and it took me 2,000 coins to get the power ring I have. So I had to spend 10,000 gold just there to get that. And turns out there's an upgraded version of that ring that pops up after you get the first one. If I knew that, I probably would have actually committed harder to grinding out for that, just to see how much more damage we would do. There was also a defensive version of it, but I wanted the attack. Because I don't think any amount of defense is actually going to change anything for this game at this point. And you know me, I'm always pure offense. So it's more important to me that I be able to get rid of my problems.
Times 3.
Shit. And the implication, based on the fact that I was being told to stock up completely by that guide before the final bit,
Double.
I suspect having more power will tilt that in my favor because it's probably intended to be an endurance fight, but if I can break past the point of no return for damage there, I might be able to turn that in my favor. That's just a theory, of course. I can't guarantee that that'll work. And it may actually, in fact, blow up in my face, kind of like that throw is doing. Part of the problem is, sometimes I'm reflexively clicking in cadence with what I'm saying. So when I finish a sentence, I throw, and sometimes that throw is way off base for where it needs to be. Because it's basically a matter of my attention's on what I'm saying, and then my attention will flick back to what I'm doing and be like, oh right, I'm supposed to throw this. And then I throw it way out in the fucking goat somewhere. And other times, the button presses a lot quicker than I thought it would, and... Because I just tapped the button, I didn't even actually full press that one. Square or circle, so let's throw you with circle. That's not a good start for that button. Come on, I've got 38 more darts. Let's get 130 more points. That's all I'm asking for. So I can get 2 panaceas. So I'll have 4 full heals.
Double.
Like, I know I'm doing asinine levels of preparation at this point. And part of that's just because I find it funny. Is we've kind of developed a meme here where I keep ending up way over preparing for final fights that end up not being a real issue. Because I'm so horrendously over prepared. And honestly, with all the trouble this game has given me, I would actually feel very good if we managed to just trounce Mephisto and be done with it. It would be pretty funny. So really, in the end, it doesn't matter to me how this plays out. Because the way I look at it, no matter... God damn it. That's what happens when I sit here hitting circle and not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, you know, I came here to do the only thing you can do here at your little party place here. Oh, while I'm on the topic of these mini-games, I did go do some bullfighting. It didn't work how I remembered it, which is not a bad thing. I could have swore there was a mini-game where you actually go into a bullfighting arena and fight something, but that might have been my brain crossing the bullfight arena with the actual the Minotaur boss that we ran into after that. Because, you know, very old memory. Entirely possible on that one. I did make some money betting on the bullfights. The ticket you buy for 500 is reusable. So, if you think you can game the system enough, that's probably a fantastic way to make money. I never could figure out entirely which bull to bet on enough to make a lot off of it, so I didn't stick with that. End of my grinding. I think I was mostly breaking even. So it really didn't end up worth it to me, but to anyone bold enough to play this, that might work out for you. Because it ends up just being a tournament bracket setup of a bunch of bulls. You get the whole lineup, they'll give you odds and everything to tell you how much of a payout you'll get if you win that one. And you just go from there. There's fun little animations and such for it all, but I skipped it 90% of the time because they made it take like 3 times as long. But yeah, after you pay the 500 the first time, you basically are only spending the money you're betting. So it's probably fine, but I couldn't keep doing it because it was annoying me that I kept betting high on one that was at reasonable odds and then having the long shot win. And And if I'd ever bet on the long shot, the one I bet on before it won instead. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm done here. This is not gambling that works for me. Because what I'm betting is there's, like, hidden numbers and such that you can figure out to really break that system wide open and make a ton off of it.
Too bad. 0.
I did consider looking up the stats and such for that if somebody had bothered to do all of it. But I didn't actually end up looking it up, so I got no answers for that.
0.
But considering there was one that was at like 99 times odds, if you ever hit that one, you'd be sitting real pretty. Unless you only bet like 1 on it. And then you'd just be sad. Actually, no, I suppose a 998 profit is still very good. It just wouldn't be as good as like a 99,980 profit.
Times 3.
And I think we all know that every time I saw that one pop up, I put at least 10 on it.
Too bad. 0.
Because if that paid out, that would have saved me all of my grinding if that had paid out.
Too bad.
I don't think I ever saw anything above double-digit odds other than that one, though. I think the highest other one was like a 32. The rest are like 0.1s, 3.2s, and things like that. Much more reasonable numbers. Which is just disappointing. They also have like little stat tags like ailing, so-so, capable, and things like that that I'm assuming are meant to give you an idea of their odds of winning. But I definitely had multiple times where the ones with the shittiest tags won, and I'm just like, okay, this is bullshit is what you're telling me. It's all lies.
0.
Yeah, this is proving to be good background while I explain what has happened during the whole grind time.
Double.
Yeah, the shop I bought all of the healing and everything from, I just went back to Guaba, grabbed everything that they had in that shop.
0.
Not pretty much. Really not much else to add on the grinding score. I did consider checking around to see if there was anything we left behind that might actually be worthwhile. But I couldn't remember where those places were that had statues we should have broke and things like that, other than the ones we already did. And I didn't want to burn all the grinding time just hunting around for that kind of thing, when I could be making money.
Too bad. 0.
I did redo some of the gambling hall games, and I learned that the shooter game gets even harder after the point we stopped before. It gets absolutely disgusting. And the car game is probably your moneymaker out of the 3, actually. If you can get past the first 2 stages of that, you actually start making a good profit pretty quickly and easily. But the car game is kind of a pain in the ass. If the shooter mode was at a slightly less extreme point scale, that one probably would have been the way to make medals hand over fist because of the way the score goes in that. but it's every 1,000 instead of every 100 like the other ones. Gets you a medal. And if the controls were better for the Maze Runner one, that would absolutely be my recommendation. So if it controls better for you, do the Maze Runner one if you want to grind the money out to get things like the Elf Ring and the Defense Ring. Or just grind out shitloads of money and just buy the coins like I did. That said, there's still plenty of debate in my mind whether the Elf Ring was actually worth the money I spent on it.
Zero.
Since I will say straight up that it seems to have only increased my damage range overall by like 1, maybe 2. But it seems to have also made my damage stay higher more consistently in its range. Because I think I was doing like 17 to 19 or 17 to 20 to the squirrels before putting on the ring, and then I was doing 19s to 22s. But mostly 20s and 22s. But again, that's RNG, so I can't guarantee if that's actually a mechanical thing or if I just was getting very lucky. Third Panacea. It's still possible that we'll get the third one by hitting 4,500. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for it, though. I might pass out.
×4.
Especially when I miss like that.
Too bad. 0. Too bad. 0.
It's always so sad that they sit there and just go 0, 0, 0, fuck you. If I could just get a slow-mo chance here, that would be great. Thank you for at least giving me the 20. I'll take that. There's a chance. There's still a chance. There's less of a chance now, though. I'll have to land another 30.
×3.
Actually, no. I could get a 20 and it would count. If that's a 20, we get it. If it's not, we don't. It's a 20, we got it. Okay. If that's 3 Panaceas, we will have 5 full heals going into the end here. That is kind of depressing, though, because we spent 85 darts getting 4,500 points. And I also misremembered the amount that Panaceas were, so we're actually only getting 2. I was worried about that because I was waffling in my brain whether they were 1,500 or 2,000. Turns out they were 2,000. Oh well. So we'll be going into the final fight with 4 of them. I could have grabbed, like, the Siren upgrade or something, but honestly, I don't think we're gonna need that. So, final head count. 2 Lorian nuts, 4 Panaceas, 9 elixirs, 9 tonics, 9 herbs, an elf ring, a compass, and 4 elemental rings. The elf steel that I don't know what to do with, the gold badge that I think just existed for marking that we can go into certain places in the pirate base, the hand-carved cow that I assume has to be handed off to someone somewhere, and I never figured out where, the bullfight ticket, and the 1 puzzle piece I picked up that I didn't bother to bring back. And of course, 850 health, 700 energy. All but the last sword upgrade and all but the last shield upgrade, which we might find on our way to the end here. I don't know. So yeah, this is not as stocked as we could be, considering, you know, we don't have maxed out upgrades and we have the potential to get a better upgrade ring, apparently. I was pulling the guide back up in case shit hit the fan. But I think in terms of reasonable play, this is probably as strong as we can get. Because I only did a couple hours of grinding. Because I said that I ground all last night and into today, but really all I did was like an hour or so before I went to bed. I kept redoing that room, and honestly, I wasn't super focused, so I could have done that a lot better and a lot faster. And then today, while I was cooking lunch and doing my general morning routine, I kept grinding out more of that and fight. So really, I could have gone even higher if I really wanted to. So let's see how well we do. Yep, they still hurt like a son of a bitch. Like you see us doing consistent 20s to these guys. Which probably doesn't make the hugest difference overall. Like, it probably saves us, like, 1 hit in 10. But I'm hoping that it'll expedite things for fighting Mephisto. And I am willing to admit that more than likely, in the end, it would have been wiser if I had gotten the defense upgrade. But I think having the upgraded Newt Ring will also be handy. Because the Elemental Lord for Newt does do more damage than the Wind Ring does. And I don't know if it's supposed to, but I definitely noticed a increase in the damage that the Newt Ring does with regular shots after getting the upgrade. Which, since it's listed as being a level 2 ring instead of a level 1 now, it probably does just straight up upgrade the ring. But there is a catch to using the Newt Elemental Lord instead, and that is it costs 50 more energy, it seems. I fucked up. God damn it. I thought I'd moved the door already, but it might have reset when we left and came back, too. But it's fine. I need to get back into practice fighting those rocket things anyway. Since it's been a day. There's not even a point to saving, because it really won't change anything here. We saved on our way in. This is when I didn't actually, in fact, save, and everything will go tragically wrong. And I will just cry. I also don't know... Oh, right, because we got a key from one of the holes around here. Oh, it's these fuckers, huh? Oh, they're doing significantly less damage to me, even though I didn't increase my defense, so that's interesting. I wonder if all of your upgrades factor into your defense, or if there's, like, hidden stats. Actually, no, they did say something about minigames increasing your stats, so maybe we gained something by doing shitloads of darts or something, for all I goddamn know. Because they're doing like 100 less damage than they were, and I did not buy any defense increases. Because you guys remember when they did like 230 damage and just destroyed me before. I really wish he would take my inputs properly. Because I told him to turn and attack, and he's just like, attack? Okay. Only gonna use... I'm actually only gonna use an herb. For the second. Because we're almost done fighting these things. As long as I'm careful, I shouldn't need more than that. At least as careful as I can be fighting bullshit monsters. Because the problem is, they have the advantage of being able to come in at a really wacky angle relative to me, and I don't have much of a way to defend against it. Short of running away and resetting and doing it again, and I should do that, don't get me wrong. But we all know I ain't the kind of guy to do that. I'm going to assume I'm meant to hit this so that it'll rotate and be pointing the door over there, and then we jump off or something. Oh, no, there we go. That way both doors are lined up with that. Okay. And the enemies did not respawn, so we're good on that score. But, how do I get over there? Infusion. I'm gonna go heal, I think. Before I do something boneheaded and get myself killed. Is hopefully that will all stay aligned where it is, which it should. But I don't know if I've got it aligned correctly at all. God damn it. Where the fuck? How did I not find the door? Oh, right, because this stupid catwalk blocks the way. I am going to save at this point now that we've killed that group of enemies, because I am hoping we don't have to fight them again. And if I'm really worried about my healing items, I do have enough money that I can go buy the one herb I'm missing. Which I could have went back and bought any of the healing items, really, but... sometimes you gotta live dangerously. And I will say, I do know of one other problematic sequence that occurs coming up. And I'm not looking forward to that either. Understand that I'm probably going to manipulate that situation in our favor. For sake of sanity. Like, that might be the one thing I choose to save state for. And you'll understand why when we get to it. So I can't access that other door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this around till that door comes around to me. And see what I find in that room, because I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do here. Understandable, Amber. I appreciate you hanging along. And hopefully you're doing well today. Oh yeah, speaking of flashing lights, the monsters that are the worst about it around here. We'll go ahead and put that warning back on screen. Okay, you know what? Since they're already going to be causing a bunch of flashing lights, I'm going to try my best to kill them fast. Which is going to be another set of flashing lights, so... I don't know what the hell they thought was going on when they did this. Oh my god. I can't see. Good fucking god. I'm actually gonna just turn you guys' view off until this is over. You're gonna be better off. Just for the love of God. You can see it in the webcam, how much this is going off in my face right now. Good God. Okay. Those are gone now. I see why I was warned that the final dungeon was gonna have a very serious flashing problem. Fucking hell. Now, I came in through a door, so I need to use one of these two ladders. Eeny, miny, this one. Wait. How the hell? I don't understand anything. Because we're back in the room we were in before somehow. What the fuck? I am confused. Yeah, Amber, if you do choose to chat, it might be beneficial to you to just pop the chat out and then hide the actual broadcast window. So am I meant to be in this room then? I thought I went back in this one and it was the same room too. I am so confused right now. Oh, actually, I know what I'm meant to do. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm not an idiot, but this is a very annoying trick they're doing here. What you do is we bring it around to where we just fought the bomb robots. I go down one floor on the ladder, rotate the room the last time that I need to, and then it'll be pointing the direction I need it to be. Because I wasn't thinking in the correct terms here. Because how this works is it only rotates where these walls are, it's not rotating where the floor is, necessarily. Or, rather, it's not changing the connections between the floors. Or... it is? Game, could you not? Could you just not fuck with me like this? Uh-huh. Nanny the fuck? Okay. Yeah, yes, I'm just looking up the answer to this one because this is going to be a huge pain in the ass otherwise. So the compass, order south. Northwest. Okay, I can't touch the ground is the trick to this as well. Southwest. God damn it. Okay, we take those here. East and then north. Okay. There we go. Now that gives me access to where I need to be. Or at the very least to that chest, which I assume has something I need, which is probably like a key or something. We're probably gonna have to fight another bunch of awful things. Yep. What the fuck are these? Ah, you fire big explodey missiles that are upsetting. I am once again glad I've horrendously overprepared. Is Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave the flashing warning on until we're done today. Because this seems like it's just gonna continue to be a problem. And I am so disappointed in the developers for this. Because that is not okay. If I had known that it was going to be this bad, I would have genuinely considered just saying, okay, I will bring you guys onto the show once I'm at the final boss. So you guys don't need to see this. Is fucking hell. On the one hand, yes, people would miss the second half of this dungeon, but let's be real. I don't know how much people are gonna manage to see of this dungeon anyway. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to see of this dungeon. Fuck me. Like, they really went into the idea of, you know what? We can't lose if our opponent can't see. Oh, do we really need to do this bit again? I'm gonna have to burn a heal here. Yeah. Go ahead and full heal. I assume I can't destroy this statue. There we go. Had him stuck in an infinite loop. Now what the fuck am I supposed to do in this room, then? I saw something about kill the monsters without destroying a statue. But why? Okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have figured that one out particularly. Because it's pretty dumb. What you gotta do is you gotta climb most of the way up the ladder, jump onto the statue, and then jump over. But it's also just a fucking puzzle piece, so I could have avoided going in this room in the first place. Hopefully it doesn't trigger a whole new slew of nasty monsters. Okay. So I guess I go back down this hole and hit the lever again, then? No, I'm gonna be making sure to put a very, very strong flashing warning on this VOD as well. Because this one in particular is awful. Oh, it's you clowns again, huh? Jesus Christ. Okay, I did manage to get control long enough to do that. I could not tell in the frame rate was starting to die. Oh wow, they hit me while I was casting that, huh? Rude. Yep, we're gonna have to burn some money here. Because there's no other way. Good lord. They've got so much shit floating around, the game can't handle it. And the sheer amount of laser spam. Jesus. Problem is, I don't know where the hell I need to go. I mean, I hope this is facing a good direction, but I'm betting it isn't. Yeah, we're back at the chest again. Okay, so the S door should be facing that catwalk across the way now, and I think that's where we need to be. But I'm assuming it's gonna spawn another batch of monsters now. Yep. And it's the annoying guys, but at least they don't blind everyone. So we got that going for us. they're just gonna kill me instead. Fuck's sake. I have some regrets about choosing this game in general right now. And I feel like I have to make an apology to anyone with eyes about this one. Doesn't help that these things are just so unfair. Because they've got more reach than me, they move better than me, they do more damage. Like, everything about these things is just cheap as shit. They're also really fucking durable and have priority over every move I can make. The key is clearly to hit them with magic, but hitting them with magic is not exactly particularly easy or viable either, because the magic shots in this game really aren't the most accurate of things at hitting a moving target. We're gonna burn most of our healing just fighting these fucking things, because they do so much damage. And we're not gonna have enough money to recover all of this healing that I'm using here. I should have just bombed them again when I used the full heal. But I was trying to preserve some of that for later. Ignoring the fact that I can just wait a little while and let my energy recharge. Ah, that's how that oil stuff works. Okay, I thought it would damage me. No, it throws me across the damn room. There we go. But on the bright side, after today, this game is done. No matter how it goes, we ain't seeing any of this flashing light shit anymore. Okay, so there's a heal point and a save point here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that this is point of no return. And at this point, we'll play it with what I've got, and if it comes down to it, we'll back up, grab what healing I can with the money I have left, and go from there.
Flint! Am I glad to see you?
Welcome to the Star Key, young Flint. It was most kind of you to drop in. Unfortunately, I'm really busy right now. You see, I was just preparing to take over your planet. But now that you're here, we might as well have some fun with you. Your fat little friend here should make quite an interesting playmate.
He's only using a little key for Zeppo.
What are you doing?
I'm making you my slave! And you will destroy that spore!
Yep. Figured that's about how that was gonna work out.
As I said before, I'm very busy. I must get back to work. Please, enjoy yourself.
Such a good host, isn't he? Look at that big happy smile he's got. He loves being a big old machine man. He's actually strong now. The fuck is he doing? How do I hurt him? Okay, when he's doing his weird jig, I can hurt him. Otherwise, I can't touch him. Got it. Ah, I see. The stuff falling down is what stuns him. Keep getting cornered. Problem is, a lot of the stuff's not actually falling on him. So, this feels like it's going to be a really long fight just because it just doesn't happen to actually trigger what needs to happen in order to hurt him. There we go. I'm also assuming he's gonna have a fair whack of health. Considering I assume he is second to last boss, considering. Credit to him for one thing, though. No flashing lights so far. Though, looking at him, I feel like I would almost rather be blind. See, all the stuff's falling over here, but he's wandering around over on the other side from it. I don't know how to get him to come over to where it is landing. I assume his whole thing is he's gonna chase me, but I can't go over near where the stuff's falling without risking getting hurt too. I'm anticipating losing this first go-around. Not losing to him, but probably losing to anything that comes after. Ow. Okay, those only do 2 damage, so it's actually not too bad to go walk through the pile in order to draw him in. It seems like baiting him into it's not actually that bad, it's just inconsistent because you don't know where the game's gonna decide to drop the stuff. And of course, sometimes it just doesn't hit him because reasons. That attack does come out really fast. But I feel like he isn't actually much of a threat. He's just more gonna be here to waste my resources and waste my time. Before the main event. Yeah, you know, just drop all the debris on the opposite side of the fucking room from him so it just does nothing. Thanks, game. Tedious boss fight that takes twice as long as it needs to, cause I gotta stun you. Mad, big guy, you mad now? Oh, come on. That absolutely should have hit him. It would have whacked right onto his shoulder. It's kind of fucked up in a funny way that this is literally more or less the same as the first fight with Zeppo. Because he would take some swipes at you, do some ground sparks, jump at you, wash, rinse, repeat until he loses. And we're just doing that again, just bigger this time. Except I keep getting screwed over because I have to go into a bad position in order to try to get those stupid debris pieces to land on him. Which I'm sure is intentional. I'm sure that's entirely how this fight's meant to be working. Because, you know, it's not meant to be in your favor. That doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. I was debating letting this fight go just so I could reset now, but we may as well heal. So I'll have the 3 full heals still for the finale. Yeah, that's really fair, game, yep. That's a great fair mechanic you got there, where he just suddenly charges at me as soon as I have control, and I have no way of knowing that that was gonna happen. Okay, so it is the same nonsense again. I just need to get him to hit a wall with his charge so that debris comes down instead of getting him to jump and then getting hit. On the bright side, it seems like this phase is actually a little more consistent for him to get hit. Because the debris falls for longer. Yep, you go hit that wall. Perfect. Yep, just come on over this way, Zeppo. Thank you. I was waiting for him to get hit again. It would have been funny. Oh, come on now. That is less funny. There we go. We beat Zeppo again. Now that I know his moves, it won't be as bad if we have to do that again. Oh, his butt's on fire. Off went Zeppo. There we go, he's fine. Looking... Okay, there's only the one door. Flint, let me tell you, you really know how to use that sword, don't you? Yeah, sort of. The door won't budge. Okay. Enter password. Open says me. Okay, that didn't work. You shall now open. Let me give it a shot. Let me see here. How about this? Pirates are great. Zeppo's the great. Something's wrong. This thing's either stupid or broken. He called it stupid and you hurt its feelings. Now it's short-circuited. You know what? I'll take it.
There, you see? Just like I planned it. Huh?
That's a problem.
What do we do now?
I feel like that was the wrong open button. Oh, hey, Mephisto.
Witless idiots! You were just stupid enough to nearly ruin my plans!
The audio is all screwed up on this cutscene, too.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Bye, Zeppo. You know, why didn't we just slash the door computer in the first place, rather than futzing around with this whole activating the password properly nonsense? Ah, now there's another door we can go through. Thankfully, we at least do get healed before this. I think it's safe to say we're gonna be fighting Mephisto straight away. Now, I will say, if I win this fight first try, I don't have a plan. So, this might end up being very, very short. And I may need to pull something out of my back pocket here. But I find it unlikely that we'll win this fight first try, even with all the resources we have. Considering how steadily more and more bullshit the enemies are getting, I fully anticipate Mephisto being disgusting. Knock, knock. And no, we haven't gotten to the sequence I'm worried about yet. Beep, 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 beep.
Unfortunately, Flint, you're too late. right. I've already input the coordinates. No one can stop the Star Key now!
I wasn't planning on leaving
All
anyway.
you foolish humans can do now is watch helplessly as your precious planet is mutated into a living hell! But until then, I shall take great pleasure in killing you slowly with my own hands. And believe me, young Flint, before I am finished, you will beg for the sweet release of death to end your suffering!
You always were a coward, Mephisto. Even now, when you want to kill me with your own hands, you're gonna hide. Okay, that's upsetting. What's with these goddamn cartoon sound effects suddenly? Ow. Of course you didn't reappear in the same spot. Okay, his attacks are gonna be screen flashing too, huh? Great. Fuck you. It looks like we only get the one hit even if I try to go for a combo, so I'm just gonna dash attack or jump attack, whichever works out at the time. No. Gonna have to be faster than that, magic boy. You know, the problem with having magic circles like this is you make it real obvious where you're going. Especially when you just keep reappearing in the same spot. So I'm pretty sure I'm actually causing him to go there by going to the corner opposite it. Which is why I keep going back over here now. I think I've broken his pattern. I think I'm literally just making him do the same thing again and again. So we can just keep smacking him in the face all I want. Flint's just getting his steps in. Going this way, going back. Whack. Changing strategy now, buddy? Or are you just gonna keep getting hit? Oh, he changed spots. Oh no, where'd he go? Oh, that's upsetting. That's a lot of those. I think I need to start waiting longer now. So that he'll actually continue to pop up there rather than me fucking around. It's gonna take a lot of hits, but he will die eventually. And I will take great satisfaction in slapping this flashy bastard upside the head as many times as I can. This is just the sort of equivalent of just smacking an idiot in the back of the head every time he says something stupid. Bonk. He did a backflip. Like, bad.
Did you think you could defeat me so easily?
Yes.
Allow me to show you something I think you'll find quite interesting. Arise!
Well, aren't you an ugly-looking thing? Now, there's no need for you to lose your head over this, buddy. Come on now. Okay. You know what? Sure. Why not? Explains why he was winding his head up before. He's a fucking robot. He's certainly got a few screws loose. This, I assume, is the real fight. Oh, he has contact damage. Good. Good. Okay, that's a stun. Got it. Figured that out. He's got weird alien mouth. Got it. I can only assume I either need to hit him in the mouth or go up there and hit Mephisto's head itself. Maybe the tail. Maybe the tail's an option, because he keeps circling around to try to look at me. Let's see if... Nope, the tail's not a weak point. Okay. Hey. Maybe the keys. I don't know. Ah, the leg. Okay. When I saw it flash when I hit it, I had an idea, but I wasn't sure till I actually managed to slash that one that time. This is gonna be annoying. But I think I'm starting to get an idea why they said you needed so many healing items. Because if you screw up at all in the Mephisto main body fight, and then you have to tank your way through this one. I wonder if all of the legs have health bars of their own, or if it's a total. Ah. I was starting to see the trick there, but it stopped working. I haven't that stayed in play a lot longer than I thought. Let's see what happens if I do this. Can I hit all of the legs with magic at the same time? Nope, he's immune to magic. Pretty much as expected, honestly. Because this would be way too easy if I could just magic the legs to death. Okay, those do seem to be slightly targeted. It also doesn't help that the perspective is going to continue to be really fucky. So this is going to suck to try to do any real damage on. But on the bright side, aside from when I'm actively trying to hurt him, he doesn't seem to be that threatening. And rather than focusing a leg down, I really should be doing something like this, which is just cycling leg to leg, like I started doing initially. Because more often than not, he won't actually be able to hit me. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume this has a lot of health. I see, so it was right next to me and it didn't hit me. But this time, when it was like a mile away, it counted. Interesting game. Interesting. Yep. Stun lock central. Yeah. This is still a bit blinky, but it's not as bad as the other bits have been. Oh, for fuck's sake. Trying to find the window for avoiding getting stunned is tricky. And the fact that these things leave a hitbox behind for a while really stinks. Like, this is a neat idea for a fight. I don't think the stomp needed a stun attached. I think this would have been more interesting if they made it like a ground shockwave that you have to jump over and remove the stun. This way, you still have the idea of having to jump the attack, but you don't have the random crapshoot of will you get hit by the waves going in every direction. Oh, broke that one. Okay, so the legs do have individual health bars. There we go, that's 2 legs down. They were the ones I was focusing the most on, so I'm not surprised that I broke those already. The thing is, I don't know if they're gone, considering they keep stomping anyway. Ugh, the hitbox on those waves is just asinine. There we go, that one's smoking now too. 1 leg left to go. It's okay. I'm assuming that there's gonna be one more phase after this. And that's where the real issue is gonna be. Because don't get me wrong, this phase hits pretty hard and is annoying. But it's not presenting itself as, like, major threat material. Oh, so you got a parting shot off, huh? That's upsetting. What the hell? Say what? Huh. So was I supposed to happen to be standing on one of those spots where the pedestal came up so I could jump and hit the head then? Because mind you, I haven't looked at any information on how this fight goes yet. I'm purposely trying to do this straight the first time. If we fail, then I'll see what the correct path for beating this is. But I think we have the right idea. God damn it. I got stuck in the fucking corner because they love these shitty hexagonal rooms. Nope. I knew I screwed that one up. It's so easy to end up over-jumping, trying to avoid the fucking waves. Especially since there's just that tiny bit of slowdown right as the stomp's about to come out. I'm going to assume that's an emulation issue, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the actual game as well. And then there's just the hit detection right here. Being so good. It's like, oh, you wanted to hit the leg? Nah, that leg's not really there. It's just a figment of your imagination. It can hit you real good, though. This ending up being short because we end up winning reasonably quickly might not be the worst thing, because I feel like I'm going to be in no mood to do anything else once this fight's over. There we go, another leg down. And I'm assuming I'm going to have to hit the head more than once, probably, just because this game loves its super long, annoying sequences. I'm trying to save the full heals for last. But we are burning through more healing than I'm comfortable with so far, so I suspect we're going to have to redo this at least once. Unless I somehow do whatever his third form is flawlessly. Which I'm gonna go out on a limb right now and say that is unlikely to happen. Because unless I can come up with some kind of turbo cheese for it, I doubt this game's gonna be so kind as to have the third phase of the final boss be particularly reasonable. And the fact that those waves can hit as high as you can jump really is kind of awful. It basically means this is a needlessly long fight. For no other reason, really, than the devs decided this needed to be long. Position. Oh, come the fuck on! I have so much hate in my heart for this game right now. So you're trying to tell me that that attack that passed entirely hit me without me moving? How is that reasonable? In any way, shape, or form? I don't want to lose my damn mind over this, but that just seems unreasonable. But on the bright side, it seems like I don't actually have to do anything other than break the legs, considering we got that little clip that played there. I assume that means that he's actually taking real damage. Which makes me wonder what the hell the point of the pillars is that pop up. Unless maybe that's supposed to show damage to the star key or something. I'm just gonna go on that logic and hope that that's true. It doesn't help that sometimes it aims at you, and sometimes it does wild predictive shots that I have no fucking idea how to determine which way it's gonna go with it. It doesn't seem like it's based on where the toes land, even though that would make sense for that to be true. Because it also seems to skip a toe sometimes, and I don't understand. And look how long that stays at the edge of the screen. There we go, that leg's done. So we have one full heal. We have 4 total health bars left. Out of all of that health we brought with us, we've already drained that much of it. That's just the amount of fuckery we've been dealing with here. Between taking asinine contact damage. Ow. And just these attacks being BS. It's like, oh hey, sometimes he stomps quick enough that you just can't get unstunned in time. We did good job making game, yeah? We did great job. Yay. Fucking assholes. A lot of you. Ow. We did great. We did great. This is best game ever made. Present. Okay. Could you stop having invisible bullshit that hurts me, please? Yeah, I suppose credit where credit's due. At least the tail doesn't hurt me, too. Oh, sure, it just went way that way this time. Why not? I'm getting tilted, and that's making me do stupid, I know, but... How am I supposed to stay in a good mood fighting something like this? And again, it fires off where there shouldn't be a way for it to do so. I am so annoyed. It also doesn't help that he spins at just the right rate to force you to have to run. No. Whatever that was, no. No. I don't know what that was gonna do, and I don't want to find out. I assume that was gonna be a really nasty attack. But it looks like we did just have to break the legs. So I'm not sure what the hell the whole pillar thing was. Maybe that was like a quick kill move.
Now you shall witness my greatest magic!
Speed.
This time, I will rend your body limb from limb and feast upon your whimpering soul!
I think he's a bit upset. You get the idea that he's mad? That's a little weird.
You will die now. You will die now. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. The plan must be executed. Destroy all obstacles. Destroy all obstacles.
So I have some concerns. Mostly the big extendo arms everywhere. Okay, they don't hit super hard. Oh, there's lasers. Okay. I can't get up on his platform. Okay, I break these. I can hear the shot coming out, but I don't have enough room if I stay over here to dodge it effectively. It also really takes a long time to actually fire. This might just be one of those fights where I just tank the hits and just give as good as I get, because we did break that key before we lost a full health bar. But we have to get across now, and getting across might be the tricky part. Because we got Happy and Slappy over here. I'm not sure where those lasers are coming from. They're just kind of appearing. Thankfully, they can only actually hit you with one of them. And we can clock a lot of damage before he can actually do anything about it. Ow. The laser's still a threat in this position. And the hand tries to get him, but it doesn't seem to be able to. Whoa there! That was different. I think he mad. I think he real mad now. I think he getting real tired of my shit. But if this has the same amount of health as the other ones, then we should be in good shape here in a second if I can get up long enough to follow through. He getting big spammy now, though. He getting real big spammy. There we go. That's all 3 keys broke. What do I do now? Ah, now the head comes forward, okay. And now I'm gonna die. Ah, he is the source of the lasers, though. Okay. God damn it. Okay, we learned how that fight goes now. We died off screen. Okay. So we were basically doing that last bit right. There's a trick to avoiding the worst of it, but as long as I get to that final phase with most of our healing intact, we'll win. And now that I know how his phases work, we should be able to save the majority of our healing for that final bit. So, we're going in with 5 elixirs, 7 tonics, 8 herbs, and 3 panaceas. Okay. I just need to get better at avoiding the stomp lasers, basically, and we'll be in business. I know I said I was going to go back and buy a couple healing items, but really, I don't think the one or two I'll be able to afford are really going to make that big a difference. If we fail one more time, I'll worry about that. But I think we can genuinely no-hit the first two phases with the way they work. There we go. I was trying to get it to skip, but Flint apparently needs to look around before the game lets you skip that. Where the fuck did he go? He stayed stuck in place for a really long time for some reason on that one. Maybe it's not positioning based. Maybe I just got really lucky. And we can apparently combo attack him, so there's that. No, I think I do have him in a loop again. I may have just been standing, like, just off center enough that he decided to warp to the other spot. Damn, weird robot goblin. Making me have to keep slapping him upside the head because he keeps saying dumb crap. Trying to take over the world. Moved too soon. I don't know where he went. He must... Yeah, he went where we were. Son of a bitch. Nope. I'm getting antsy now because I'm trying to speed this along. Because that's what I was trying to do, was get a full combo on him. Because that saves us 3 trips chasing after him. Okay, I seem to have the timing down for that now. Too early. I just need to wait for the sound effect, rather than trying to rush it. Because we can really screw him up. There we go. That's phase 1 done. 'Cause honestly, phase 1's a bit of a joke. Phase 2 is a nuisance. Phase 3's a legitimate threat, but not for any good reasons. It's just a lot of laser spam and bullshit. Yes, yes. Ha 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 ha. See, I'll manage to avoid those for the most part now, until moments like that where I get clipped by the edge of it, because the hit detection in this game is more of a suggestion than an actual mechanical thing. One leg down. It's okay if I take a couple hits in this phase. I'm gonna keep getting caught by the fact that that sits there for like a year before it goes away, because I don't want to sit there and waste all of our time waiting for it to fucking fade out when it shouldn't be sitting there. I move too far, because these legs move weird as hell, because all of the angling in this game has always been questionable. Nope, I'm at the wrong spot. And I'm wasting a lot of healing here again, because the designers were a bunch of fucking sociopaths when they made this part. Similar to a lot of other parts of this game, really. Zero empathy on their part when they made this. They're like, you know what? No, you got this far, fuck you. You want good final boss? No. No good final boss. Only shit. The thing is, I know I rag on the final boss fights of a lot of games. That's because a lot of games have shitty final bosses compared to the rest of the game. They usually boil down to something very simple, which just makes them not engaging. Like this one boils down super simple. It's just fucking annoying. And that's the only thing that makes it a threat. Like, I would even accept this final boss if the hit detection worked correctly. The amount of times my sword has passed through these legs to no effect for no other reason than this game is bad is thoroughly upsetting. And I was one of the people for a while that I was willing to defend this game. My capacity to defend it was lost when I lost a chunk of my vision dealing with that final section leading up to this. Like, I genuinely don't know what the point of these pillars are. They just... I have to assume that this is like a half-finished fight or something. Or that there's like some kind of secret quick kill you can do if you figure out what to do with those pillars. I almost think baiting the bite out might be a good play, actually. Except he's fucking stupid and won't go for it. Or smart, depending on how you look at it. But at the rate this game is going, I'm just gonna file it under its AI doesn't fucking understand how to do anything. Unless it's given a goddamn entire set of written instructions. And even then, that's negotiable. I'm getting shaken around enough that I can't fucking tell where I'm facing anymore. I'll take it. We are burning resources, which is upsetting. But it's okay. As long as we have more than just the 2 remaining panaceas when we get to that final bit, I think we'll be okay. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who really thinks it's unreasonable that the attack will pass entirely, I will not touch a control, and then I'll get hit by it. That's not how these things are supposed to work. I would accept getting hit by it if it actually hit me. But it didn't. And then it totally did somehow after the fact. And if this were a client game, you know, where I was connected to somebody else, then sure, maybe latency happened. But I'm the only one here. Why am I being hit by things that didn't make contact? So speaking of contact, this is one of the few times where I'll actually grant them the idea that something has contact damage. Even if I don't like it, is something this big smacking into you is gonna hurt. And at least they made the contact damage on the legs fairly reasonable. Rather than being 100-something damage like everything else, it's only like 46. Were I to do this again, I probably would have actually taken the defense upgrade instead of the offense upgrade. Or ground up enough that I had both. Because right now our main holdback seems to be our health. And the damage increase, considering the amount of hurry up and wait in this fight, really isn't actually amounting to as much as I had hoped it would. I almost got screwed by getting slid along the wall there when I didn't mean to. Okay, that leg's almost done. I just want to be done with this fight. And they're gonna continue to prey on my inability to be patient through a long, shitty fight. Which I think that's another reason why I end up getting annoyed with a lot of final bosses, is because a lot of them end up endurance fights like this, where you have to go through like 2 or 3 phases of nonsense, just because they couldn't think of any other way to make the final boss actually challenging. So they just made it long as hell and given you no means of recovering in between. So it just turns into this whole long, tedious trial. That God forbid you make a mistake or you'll have to do the whole thing again. Like, I apologize in advance, but this is probably gonna just turn into a salt fest. So for those who do not want to hear that, I advise you just turn it off now. I will not feel bad at all on that one. If anything, I would do the same. I don't know what the hell this is doing. Oh, great. Really? I find myself asking again, what idiot greenlit this thing existing? Because it's doing screen-wide 160 damage, which is more damage than the other attacks this thing has were doing the entire time. The bright side is it seems to only do that on the last phase on the last leg. So you need to make sure to leave one leg with a little bit of health to finish off.
Now you shall.
We do have more health this time. By a fairly significant margin, I would like to add. I did not mean to hit pocket. Yeah, because we actually have the majority of our healing left. So I can probably just tank my way to victory at this point. And even the guide says to dodge the laser attack, but I genuinely have no idea how they expect me to dodge that. Without, like, running into the hands, for example. They say to run along the wall, but I've been hit by the hands when I'm up against that wall before. So I feel like that's not gonna actually work. Okay. It would appear just walking around a little bit actually avoids the lasers. Maybe that's not as bad as I thought, but I need to be going left to, going from left to right. But I need to catch it at just the right time. I'll take getting hit by the hand over getting hit by the other thing. Except for the fact that I'm gonna get cheesed a bit now. Yep, there was no avoiding it that time. Okay, middle thing is gone. He's gonna fire off one more volley, then he'll move forward, get hit, wash, rinse, repeat. Come on, move your ugly mug forward, you bastard. Oh my god, the hit detection again is asininely bad. What the fuck is that? Oh, I guess those just missed? Question mark? What is happening now? Ah, okay, he just periodically moves his head forward now. I don't need to break more keys or anything. So that's good, at least. Just hitting his head is a bit dodgy. Yeah, if I'm going right to left, I guaranteed get hit by the laser, pretty much. If he has above a certain amount of health, we're still gonna lose. Unless I can start figuring out dodging better. What the fuck is this? Okay. That actually wasn't that bad. Ah! That hand swung at just the right time to fuck with me enough that I thought I was gonna get hit, so I moved early. That's fine. Keep hitting me for very minor damage, that's fine. The constant wiggling of the hands keeps messing with my fucking perspective of things just enough that it's a real annoyance. And the fact that that attack comes from a different direction than everything else really is also annoying. He's gonna fire another volley of lasers, then I can... Oh no. I have an angle to attack him without him firing another volley of lasers. Now he's gonna do big kaboom. Now the hand just reactivates. Oh, I think I'm just hitting the hands trying to hit him. So that's what's deactivating them. I thought that was connected with when the big laser was coming out. I think that was just a coincidence of timing. Missiles. Which, the missiles are ineffective, so I'd rather he keep firing those. Ah! Every time, he tricks me by swinging the hand just at the time I'm expecting the laser to come out, so my reflexes kick in because I hear a sound. Nope. I went too early. So this is genuinely another fight that's pretty fucking sad, all things considered. He waits so long to fire that damn laser. Like, the game teaches you to be so used to spammy bullshit leading up to this point, and then he's just like, I'm gonna sit here for an hour. Oh, you want a laser? Okay, peer, 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 peer. I don't fucking understand. Come on, come up here and take your lumps. Like, I'm making a good faith effort to attempt to dodge his attacks, but I see why they say to have a lot of health for this, because his attacks are pretty dumb. Because the angle those lasers come in at is funky. At the right angle, they'd absolutely be easy to dodge. At literally any other angle, they're a son of a bitch. Okay, accurately predicted at that time. You kind of have to predict it by, like, a tiny bit. Because if you wait till you hear the sound, you're gonna get hit more often than not. And the UI is blocking where the laser actually comes out from. Because they're coming from his glasses. But the first one comes out from the left. God damn it. Like, he is winning by being slow right now, and that is upsetting. But unsurprising. Nope. I went way too early, so even my stutter stepping was way too early. How much health do you have? You've lost at this point, Mephisto. You just need to accept that. There's a part of me that's genuinely curious what those missiles do when they land out there. But I'm not so curious as to go find out at this point, considering it would jeopardize me winning this fight. And that's what annoys me, is I can have the move that works against the rest of the lasers, unchanged, somehow not work against that last piece. Just in case he starts pulling some more moves out, I'm gonna save those last panaceas. Because he only started doing that as we started hurting him. So I'm assuming he's got at least one more trick up his sleeve somewhere. Where his sleeve is, I'm not sure anymore, but... Yep, there he goes again, taking an hour to fire those damn lasers. See, and that's what's fucking me up with that, is there's not a consistent time. So it's not like he's always slow with it or always fast. Sometimes he'll fire it at one point, sometimes he'll fire it at another. He seems to tend to go a little quicker when he fires the stun beam, because he wants to hit you while you're stunned, of course. It's kind of funny in some ways how I have an easier time predicting people than I do predicting what an AI is going to do. I suppose it's a matter of I understand the motivation that people have to cause them to do something. This AI has no motivation, it just has the set lines it follows over and over again. Are we having fun yet? I really gotta stop taking those on the chin. I would appreciate it, Mephisto, if you would just die. Could you just do that for me? Could you just die? I know you want me to do that, but I'm the hero. So, could you just do me a solid? I think the world would be a much better place if you were just a rotting corpse on the floor somewhere. Yes, yes, you can throw purple disco ball. Good job. Okay, his head is changing colors. Okay, he did a thing when I got hit by that. So I guess that was the whole point to it. That's our last heal, so hopefully he's almost dead. He is getting real red and veiny now. So I'm going to assume he's getting close to going. Ah! Just cannot retain enough attention long enough to wait for that shit. Starting to get a little more cautious about dodging again, since we're out of heals. But he appears to be dead. This might be the end of the fight. It's going to a load screen, so I'm assuming he's done.
refuse to turn.
I think we broke it. Well, it's safe to say Mephisto's gone. He's definitely gone kaboom. Now, there's a catch. And I'm going to apologize to anybody who thinks I'm not gonna do this, but I'm gonna put a save state down right here. We are not doing that fight again. Because there is one more problem. We now have to do an escape sequence. Because the key is gonna blow up. Central control mechanism destroyed. Altitude level decreasing. 180 seconds to impact. Beep. Beep. And this is why I did this. I did the save state before the timer appeared. Because I did not want to lose any time. Now I'm going to try to do this on my own the first time, which is the other reason why I have the save state. Where the fuck is the exit? There it is. I knew it was at the end of the hallway here. But yeah, the guide said they did it in 51 seconds. So if they can manage to do it in 51, I should be able to manage to do it in the 180 given on my own. Because this place ain't that big. The problem is going to be finding my way out of this, I think. Oh, and there's enemies in here. Because of course they're robots, so they don't care that this place is blowing up. They're just going to go down with the ship and try to take me with it. That makes sense. Yeah, more than likely the kicker is going to be how I rotate this. Which I think it's actually just that simple, as I now jump out the opening and we're gone. If I'm in the correct side. If not, it'll be a matter of get back in, spin it, and get out. Now, we're in the wave side, so I think we're going to be spat out where either the chest or the switch is. Yep, the switch is here. So now we need to rotate this around, then. Now we get in here. We are unopposed, which is fantastic news. This is the wrong hole. Still, having beaten Mephisto after 2 tries, I'm pretty happy with myself. I was worried that was gonna take a good, like, 6 or 7 attempts, and I was gonna get steadily more and more angry. And as you can see, no real big deal about getting out of here, either. Especially since apparently we can just go out the crack in the wall here instead of finding the door we came in from. Whee! Is that gonna be a sudden game over instead of us making it? How fucked up would that be? Don't. Ow. We. Oh, hey, Zeppo. Wonder where you landed.
What you so surprised about, kid? This old pirate ain't so easy to kill. Don't ever count old Zeppo out. So, have we seen the last of that slimy old warlock? Glad to hear it. You did it, Flint! You're not so bad for a landlubber.
You know, guys, the place is still crashing. Yep, there's our ticket out of here.
It took you guys long enough.
We were worried about you, Flint.
Yeah.
Come, young human. I will take you home.
Come on,
Hurry
Flint.
up!
Get to jumping before that thing finishes blowing up.
Hurry up already, Flint! Let's get out of here!
He's not gonna make it, is he? That seemed like a real weak jump. You know, it's still heading toward the planet Point First. That could also be a bit of an issue. That's gonna make a real big problem, actually, because that's gonna hit the ocean. Not my problem. I killed the bad guy, that's my whole job. Ecological damage is somebody else's problem.
Flint,
Ta-da!
you made it!
That's a lot of magic that just blew everywhere. That might have consequences too. You probably shouldn't be standing on that. You're gonna fall off. Could you not? Oh, whatever. Sudden romantic moment for reasons. And slip. No? Okay.
Let me go! Let me go!
Sit down. Sit down.
All in all, I guess I didn't over-prepare as much as I thought I did. Considering it came down to the wire. I don't think we had any heals left. Actually, yeah, we definitely didn't. But there we go! Alundra 2 is done, and I'm still on track for having a game every month be finished. Admittedly, just barely on this one, considering multiple times I almost gave up on this game, and today's the last day of February.
Oh, why can't you say yes? My feelings for you now are much stronger than you could ever know. No demons demons or dragons can never cause the pain I feel every time you turn away. Oh, take me along on your journeys through the caves and the plains with you. I'll be alright as long as I'm with you, and I hope this adventure never ends. Just maybe, if I had the chance, maybe we could be a little more than friends. That would be you in love and me in love. Oh, please don't wake me if this is a dream. You told me you are in love, and I told you I am too. But again, we've never said with whom.
So,
All of the fear
I can't say that I hate this
and
game.
tyranny
I genuinely cannot end this saying that I hate it,
sword and destiny
because this could have been so good. It dances on the edge of being fantastic some of the time.
take all your loneliness
I enjoy the writing most of the time. The characters are generally good enough.
maybe it's the gem.
It's all pretty tropey and pretty basic, but it's enjoyable. If this got remade, I think it would be fine. I think it would be absolutely fine. I think half of the issues this game had would probably be solved by not having been on the PS1.
Told me you are in love, and I
And of course, having a little bit more sanity on the part of the developers. Is some of these designs were a bad idea in general.
from the clouds
But they'd be better to compensate for if we had better control and better perspective.
I knew turned so bright and so.
I don't think we need the flashing light warning anymore.
Just
I think we're good.
if I had the chance, maybe we could be a little more than friends. That would be you in love and me in love. Oh, please don't wake me if this is a dream.
Which, that's actually another point. The music in this game has generally been pretty good. Alexia's song when she was in the bar was pretty good. This song is also pretty good. They feel very out of place in the rest of this game, though. Like, if somebody presented this song or the other song to me and told me it came from this, I would not have believed them. I genuinely would not have. Thematically, it doesn't really fit in, and I hate to put it this way, but the sheer audio quality difference between all of the voice acting in this game and then the quality of these two songs is such a jarring change. Like, I know that's an absurd thing to say, and kind of mean to the game, but I feel like it's kind of fair to be mean to this game at this point. Hey look, there's most of the bosses and such we fought, as well as the rest of the cast. All there for a second. So, at least I can say I've seen the Alundra series to a close. Because as far as I'm aware, it ended with Alundra 2. Which, honestly, the Alundra series could have ended with the first one, and this could have had a completely different name, and no one would have known any different. Because, still, I have no idea why this is Alundra 2, and not something else. Aside from just trying to capitalize on any success the first game had. Yeah, no, there are no ties to the first game at all. All that I can find looking it up. Now, the only other thing on this topic that I have to say is when I was doing Landstalker during the Shuffler, I mentioned that I was considering covering the game. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I want to or not. Because it's going to be really rough. And it's probably going to be frustrating in the same vein as this one. Now, something I do want to mention that I'm curious about is I'm seeing in the list Time Stalkers related to Landstalkers, which has a bunch of the games made by that company brought together in an RPG. I might take a look at that at some point. I don't think I'd ever play it with intent to finish it, but I might take a look at that. Now, as far as today's concerned, I think what I'm going to do, since I'm still a bit heated from how that fight went and everything, and the fact that I did not have a good plan for today, I think we're going to cut here. It's only a 2.5-hour stream, which is not ideal, but I, don't want to have to cut to fit this in without it having extra stuff attached to it. But let's take a look and see if there's any kind of post-game content and such. No. Because I'm assuming if I load the save, yeah, it's just going to put me back where I was. Okay. So we can mark that as done and dusted. I'm going to close the emulator. That's gone. I am pleased with myself that I followed through and beat the entire game on normal and did not back down and go to easy. I am happy about that. But I do feel I would have had a better time had I gone through the game on easy. I don't know what the difference is, but any difference would have been an improvement in terms of making the game less aggravating and less difficult. And since, understandably, it would appear most people bailed out to avoid the flashing lights and everything, and the fact that I was wanting to put a hole in a wall for half of that fight, I'm not gonna worry about raiding out or anything. I may, in fact, even do an extra stream later today as a separate thing, if I have a great idea come up. Otherwise, I'll probably work on more channel content over the course of my extended time available today going into tomorrow. I don't know. Not going to worry about that. But to those that did stick around for this, thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope to see you all on Thursday when I do more. until then, stay out of trouble, have fun, do the best you can. I'll probably see some of you in between because, things happen. I end up running all over the place. Who knows where I'll end up. But, till then, bye.